Hi everyone, DiceCrazyDude here today to talk about Dice Envy's Snow Globe dice set. Now, while I didn't pay anything for this dice set, this is not a promotional video. Since this is one of their newest dice sets to come out, they had a giveaway contest, and I actually won that. Throw a picture up here. And that's awesome because I never win anything. Alright, so here's how the dice set came to me. You can see it's the 7-piece dice set, sharp-edged liquid core. And it came in the baggie. Each little individual die bagged itself, and all of that was in a padded envelope. All right, let's get these to the table and start rolling. As far as I can tell, this is the first liquid core sharp edge resin dice set that Dice Envy offers. Now, while you can find similar such sets on Etsy, video link below for another review, I think Dice Envy's made some really smart choices with this set. First off, they priced it at $45 for the standard 7-die set here. I think that's actually a really fair price and actually competitively priced to other such sets you might find. The biggest thing I think they did that really sets them apart is the theming on their set. They call this set the Snow Globe set, and they've chosen this translucent kind of blue grayish color, which I really think kind of evokes like an ice look. And they've paired that with that white glitter on the inside. So you kind of get like a blizzardy snowball effect when you roll these. And then, of course, the silver lettering fits well with a winter ice theme. So altogether, I think this just works as a logical theme choice. But they've done a couple things that I think have kind of added that little something extra that make them stand out just a little bit. So if you look here, try and catch this in the light, there's actually some large flake glitter added to just the standard resin outside of that liquid core inclusion. So you get this nice glitter effect just looking at these dice, even when they're just kind of sitting there without them having to be rolled around. And then this glitter effect, you know, it's got these nice kind of blues and greens, purples in there. But once you really get it going, it really does kind of do that whiteout effect. And while you kind of get that purple blue kind of shimmer in there, it really does actually kind of look like a winter snow effect. So I think the fact that they're calling this a snow globe, the liquid core center, I think it just works. I think they made a really smart choice there. The dice are well made as well. All the edges are nice and sharp. The numbering stands out nicely. It's all inked very well, cleanly. And you just got good solid lines on all these shapes. Nice sharp edges. So going through the dice individually, the D4, right? This is something you'll kind of see on these sort of liquid core sets normally, is that to me, that D4 just really doesn't do the best job of capturing the effect. Just the liquid inclusion in there is just a little small for my taste. I think it'd be nicer if that was bigger, but I understand. This is a small die to try and get that in. The D6, I think this die works extremely well for this sort of effect. Try and get some of that glitter going around there. You can see though, all the shapes are nicely done. The inclusion's well balanced, and it gives you a really clear picture into that effect. To me, the D8 is the one that really shows this off great. Like that inclusion in there is just centered extremely well. Get that spin in. See the different numbers here. This die just looks great, and it really shows off that effect. And you can see that added sparkle layer in there. I think it just really looks good when you're rolling this one around on the table. The D10, D100, both these guys do a good job. You can see that inclusion bubble really fills up the shape of these dice. Moving on to the D12. This guy also looks really good. You can see that inclusion really takes up the majority of that space in there. Really fills that shape out nicely. Now this one, you can kind of tell that actual inclusion is kind of sunken towards that 12 shape. A little bit of just extra resin there on the top. I haven't noticed any effect on the rolling though with this guy. It still rolls really nicely. You still get that good distribution of numbers. And on to the D20. Now this one, personally, I think this shows the inclusion, that liquid core off the best. I think this just the way this is shaped with those faces being as small as they are, it just really gives this the best chance of showing off that effect, getting that kind of snow globe going behind the numbers here. You can see it's still really easy to pick out the numbers. They've kind of chosen a slightly bolder font, it looks like, so that even though it's that light silvering on a light whitish background, it's still easy to read and pick out what your result is. Now this one as well, looks like the inclusion sunk a little bit towards that one side, but again, I haven't really noticed it affecting the results too much. So hopefully they've chosen an inclusion that matches the density of the resin. And honestly, the way you roll a die affects the outcome a lot more than really kind of how it's made. The last thing I really like about this set is just the D6, the D8 here, and the D20 are just kind of pleasingly large. I think they just, I don't know if that's the mold themselves or not, but they're just kind of a nice larger shape, kind of fill out the hand nicely when you got them in there when you're rolling. So I just wanted to highlight that, yeah, the D6, D8, and D20 just, they feel good in the hand when you've got them there. So like all dice sets that are liquid cord, really doing yourself a disservice here if you're not playing with these guys in good lighting. That's just how you're really going to get that effect really kind of being shown off. You get that light streaming through, or just it's bright enough to actually see it. So do yourself a favor, play in good lighting conditions with these guys. You play in kind of dark, muted areas, you're just really not going to get the bang for, you know, what you're spending your money for, that effect. So, but that's all liquid cord dice that I've noticed, is you just got to play in good lighting conditions. And why wouldn't you want to? I mean, you got to show these guys off, right? That's why you bought them. So yeah, Dice Envy, Snow Globe. I think they've done a really good job with this set. I think this is one worth checking out if you're looking at liquid cord dice. I'm pretty happy with these. Actually really happy that I won these for free. But even if I had paid for these guys, I'd be pretty satisfied. I think they've done a few small tweaks to this kind of design that have really made it something works. You know, that the added large flake glitter just to the resin itself gives you an effect even when that liquid core is not going around. And they've themed it well. The theme works. The colors they've chosen, it all packages together, and it fits that snow globe theme. So Dice Envy, good job. Thanks everybody for watching, and please let me know what you think in the comments below.